currency notes. Have you ever got a doubt? Why can't RBI print all currency notes in one single set such that no thief will be there, no work will be there? Happily, it can start printing all the currency notes. More? You should never tell more money supply. Do you know? Law of diminishing marginal utility, there is a concept in economics that does not apply to money. Answer my question here. I earn 1 crore. Okay. I will try to earn another 1 crore. I will be happy with one. Obviously, I will strive for another one. I want to make that 1 2, that 2 1 to 4. I want an exponentially compounding. Why like a fool I will sit like a rock? Clear everyone? By the way, every one of you sitting in the class want to clear CA and do social services, Sangha Seva in finance. You want to loot the nation or not? Everyone in the class, answer my question. Jitna chahiye utna looto. This is our logo. Okay. So whatever you want, how much amount you want, let's loot in a legal way. That's the only intention. No one started CA just to do Sangha Seva. All commercial entities are suffering. I should do free of cost services. That was overaction. Why you became CA? So for money. Obviously, everyone want, along with all the other vitamins, we want vitamin M. So therefore, we will do some work. You do hard work 7 o'clock if you are coming to class, or I am coming from some other place, or I am doing my works. So consistently when you are doing the work, the only intention, end result, everyone has only one agenda, and that's money. That's the finance always. So, example is true. Why example here? Real also, anyone will work only for money. Sorry, okay. Listen carefully. So, government of India said that I will print currency notes and I will distribute to everyone. How much you want, that much I will give. If that be the case, what will happen at the end of other story? See here, it will start printing the currency notes, distributed to everyone. I asked, 1 second, don't get excited. See here, it printed currency notes. It asked the Kaushal Kesh, how much you want? I said I want 10 crores per month. Okay, I will print 200 notes. Fata, they printed. And they given bundle, bag full of 10 crore rupee worth. Now tell me, if I get 10 crore worth cash in my hand, will I work? Will not work? Why I will work? Are you understanding or not? If my father is Dhirubhai Ambani type, now why I will work? Okay. So the point is, if you have crores and crores of money, whenever you want, like Akshay Patra. So whenever you have that tumbler, now make upside down, that's all. You will get gold, you will get money, mean, why I have to work? That means I will not teach. If I will not teach, who will learn CA? I mean law. I mean KS Academy, don't do our action. So, I mean in KS Academy, how you will learn law? You cannot. Eventually, listen, my books will be printed at some place in Hyderabad. That person will lose his job now. With my point, from my point of view, I will be giving him around 10 lakhs per every 6 months. The 10 lakhs gone for him. Printing work will stop. Sare, okay, I want to get my work printed by paying. Printer also will be given money by government. Why he will print? When government is giving me money without doing anything, you will give me money if I do something. Now tell me, 1 crore rupee without doing, 10 lakh rupee with doing a lot of work, which you will prefer? Obviously, any human being will prefer the first one. Then why he will print? Printing will stop. Like that, all the activities will stop if free circulation of money comes into the market. Therefore, never in any country, so don't get that doubt again. Why government will not print notes and give to everyone? If it print notes and give to everyone, why Saranan sir has to continue the academy? First point. Why bus transport system has to start? Why a auto wala has to come? Why motorbike company has to sell them? Why car company has to sell the car? Why government has to lay the road? Everyone will die. Die in money. So therefore, never we should make free circulation of money. If your hard work is 100%, money generated will be 70-60%. That's the correct proportion. Then only human beings will behave like human beings. So therefore, God also knows this proportion properly. So therefore, the point is, this is the logic behind why government will not circulate. Same logic you apply. One person company, I gave you a chance to do the business. Farmer, anyway, you are suffering for a long generations and generations without money. I gave you a chance to make a profit. Why to unnecessarily jump into Section 8 activities? So number one, over. Everyone understood? Yes, number one. Number two, when I give you a chance, agriculture is risky, not risky? Everyone. Risky. Everyone. Risky. Financing activity, loan giving, loan taking, chit funds, so those are also very risky. Already you are in a risky business like farming, agriculture, etc. Again you are going into financial activities. Means lending money. You have that much money to lend to others. You yourself is begging. You are donating to other beggar. Means where is the logic here? To be very with due respect. You yourself is begging, therefore government gave you a chance. You are giving to other person as a finance. Therefore, those two things. Ineligibility is other than for minor. Everyone in the class, please read the concept. One person company can get converted, cannot get converted. Into which company? Section 8. Next, not only that, cannot carry on NBFC activities or cannot invest in the securities of a body corporate. Next, please listen. The question. Sir, member is there, nominee is there. If listening everyone, can I become member in any number of one-person companies? Sir? Question will arise. One person can become member of one-person company. One person can become nominee of one-person company. These two cumulatively possible. Repeat, I can become a member in. Simultaneously, I can also become a in another one-person company. That means at the same time, I can hold how many OPCs in hand? But one as a, another as a. Can I become member? Nominee? Member nominee? Nominee member? Now the question arises. Company A, OPC A, I'm a member. OPC B, I'm a nominee. OPC B, I'm a OPC B la member die. Automatically, who I am? Nominee. Who I am? Upon the death of that sole member, I become what? Now I will be a member in how many companies? Which is violative of the provision. Therefore, you will be given a chance of 180 days. For first 180 days, no problem. You can continue as a member in both the companies. But within 180 days, you again go back to nominee, ask another person to come and sit as a member. Suddenly, 180 days time. Just tell me, member and member? Member nominee? Nominee member? Nominee? Now tell me, member nominee is there. Nominee, member and nominee. The company in which I am a nominee, the member died. As a nominee, I will become. Now I am a member in. Now what I have to do? Choose any of the company. It need not be second company. Choose any one of the company in which you want to continue. Discontinue and come out as a member. Ask another person to come. Transfer your shares to other particular person. Clear or not everyone in the class? That's the logic, sir. Please read. What is the point? Other procedures, dual membership or nominee. Please read. A person cannot become a member or nominee in more than one-person company at the same time. Continue. If a person who is already a member of an OPC became a member of another OPC by reason of incapacity of the nominee, by the reason of incapacity of a nominee, he shall comply with the procedures within how many days? So you should comply with all the provisions within a period of 180 days. So I am keeping the chart before you. Just take 2 minutes time. Complete this one person company concept. With this we complete all the incorporation related except one section. Section number 9 we have to cover. One section 9 is also completed. Incorporation and related concepts will also be completed. We go to miscellaneous areas. Okay. So please read this. Full screen. Foundation topics, they don't show that much craze at inter level again. Sir, okay, see there. Will you please listen everyone? See here. Now, miscellaneous provisions before we start. We have another one small chart. Please read the screen once. What is the topic we are going to, sir? I want ultimate attention, please everyone. See the screen. Other issues in incorporation. So incorporation, there are again 3 attached concepts which we need to complete. First one is section number 9. Next one, section number 10A. Third one, section number 7 la subsection 5, 6, 7 we left. Section number 7, subsection number 5, 6, 7. The other day when we discussed about that, I said, generally penalties I will ask you to read, but that penalty I will discuss in the class, I said. That's what linked to subsection number 4, 5 of section number 4, everything. We are going to merge both of them here. So therefore, listen, we are now going to complete 3 other concepts. One is effects of registration. Second one is declaration of commencement of business. Next one is a punishment for fraud in incorporation. Section 7, subsection 5, 6 and 7. Before going into the concept, first please come to section number 9. Come to the bare act once. Sir, one point, try to understand clearly. Once this chapter is completed, means I mean the chapter on incorporation. First chapter incorporation, if you observe the nature of the chapter is more on a procedures. Means wherever possible we made interpretations in class, but this chapter is very, very boring. Very boring. But we try to engage from the beginning till the last by putting out the logics of the section, why the section came, why a concept has been inserted, what is the intention of lawmaker, word to word interpretation, everything we have done. If you observe, name clause, objects clause, situation clause, capital, liability, association. What is there except having some procedure, pass special resolution, pass board resolution? Other than this, we didn't see anything else, but we understood the logic behind everything. Why central government approval is required? Why objects clause change, unutilized amount concept? Each and every concept, logic we have tried to understood. But from the next chapter, it's not like that. Word have an interpretation. I mean prospectus and share capital. From there, Companies Act will take a different shift. Till now, basics we completed. Definitions chapter we completed. I mean preliminaries chapter from the study material. And the third one we completed incorporation area. But from the next chapter onwards, it will not be like that. It's not a procedure from the next chapter. It will be interpretation totally. That means starting from the first section of prospectus chapter 23, ending to section number 72, almost the next coming total is 50 sections. Everything has interpretations inside it. Clear everyone? You will see Companies Act in a different way. Never before, never after type. So, just till now, if you are thinking that Companies Act is very interesting, this will be 5% of the other chapters to come. This chapter, literally students will sleep in class, because how to create an interest on incorporation chapter when there is a procedure that is involved. So I tried my level best to make it more engaging as much as possible. So to complete this chapter, almost we came to the edge. But the problem is, from the marks point of view, it is a 10 marks chapter. Because sitting as an auditor, you have to do incorporation only. You should not tell that involves procedures. I don't like procedures means GST completely procedure say. Income tax completely procedure say. Income tax a separate chapter is there. Assessment procedures. CA final full funda. Seriously, I am telling you, CA final, what you are reading in DT today, I mean in the direct taxes, everything will be there in CA final again. From the zero they will start. From residential status again you will read. Income accrue, demut accrue, all these things you will read once again in CA final. But questions will not come. You will read. For formality's sake you will read. But then from what they will ask? Here, from section number 1 you will read. up to a level of section. Deductions completed for you. Set of carry forward. Clubbing. Set of carry forward over. Very good. Clubbing not completed. These provisions are there. Up to deductions, it will be asked for 20 marks in exam. 20 to 25. Means inter syllabus for 60 marks or 70 something is there. That will be coming for 15 to 20 marks in final. Then from where that remaining marks will be asked? They will ask questions from assessment procedures, from international taxation, transfer pricing, double taxation avoidance agreement between two countries out of an international treaties. Like these hard-bound taxation issues will be there. Those they will discuss there. They don't want to discuss about all these things. So advancement will be there. Do you know why I am telling all these things? From there, what you learn at CA Inter, taxation is more about a calculations. Final calculator not required for direct taxes. Means they don't ask you to calculate tax computation that you already done in Inter. Then what you will see? Procedures. When to file an appeal, when not to file an appeal, to whom you should file an appeal, to whom you should make a challenge, question of law, question of fact. So many concepts will come. From this, what you have to understand, your life procedures in final. You should not be resistant towards the procedures concepts. By hook or crook, you should create an interest and you should read. Or else questions will come only from these chapters. Incorporation chapter procedure is there. I can't remember procedures. I don't want to read procedures. I am lethargic towards the procedure mean gone. 10 marks gone. He is lethargic towards students also then. So therefore, this chapter don't leave. And I am not a damn bloody fool to take around 20 hours for incorporation chapter just because of one reason. Chapter definitely will come for 10 to 12 marks in exam. Latest attempt it came for 11 marks. Latest. Just now when attempt is there, 11 marks they asked from this area. Every attempt you can find at least 3 questions from this chapter. Which 3 God should know. Which point he will take, which line he will take, which para he will take, which concept he will take, we don't know. But definitely 3 questions will be there in exam from this area, incorporation. Then how can you leave? 1 mark will place a crucial role in your life. I am talking about 12 marks. Are you understanding or not? Debentures, deposits is there, 2 chapters. What are they? Debentures, deposits, charges, 3 chapters are there. These 3 chapters I am telling you, no faculty will even touch it. Means one day la fat over, completed. Deposits 1 hour, debentures 2 hours. Debentures 1 hour, deposits 2 hours, charges over. Even for that we have the charts, we have analysis. Every chapter again we will spend there 8 to 10 hours. I mean to talk about debentures. Minimum 7-8 hours it will take. Sir, when we will start with debentures then? Immediately. Prospectus chapter when we start, first I will start with debentures concept only. Section number 72, 1 section only will be there on debentures. But there will be 10 pages content because of rules. Rules applicable for your exam on debentures chapter. Have you heard about a concept of a DRR? I didn't ask you full form. Have you know the concept of a DRR? That we will see there. DRR means what? The logic, everything. So I am telling you very clearly, if you want to see real Communication Companies Act, wait for 1 day. Till now, seriously I am telling you, till now you have seen 1%. So another 90% is still unboxed. So when the occasion comes, then only Sri Rama became a big hero. So without any occasion you need not show heroism. So the point is occasion hasn't come till. So the concept doesn't demand my heroism to come out. So therefore try to understand clearly. Till now whatever we discussed is only a procedure. My dear friends, everyone understand we read only procedures. Nothing we started. Just how to start company, what is a MOA, I want to change MOA, I want to change AOA, what is a procedure, what is an ordinary resolution, special resolution, also we didn't teach. I said special resolution, remember. I said ordinary resolution, remember. What is ordinary resolution? 51. What is special resolution? Both are wrong answers. For understanding I said that. Section number 114 defines both in a different way. General meetings chapter it will come, management and administration. So let all the concepts be like that only. We are only reading procedures as of now. Okay. In that, there are another two procedural sections. Number 1, effect of registration, section 9. Commencement of business declaration, section number 10A. Latest amendment, 10A section. But before that, I will ask you a question. Answer. What are the features of a company? What are the features of a company? First one, separate legal existence. Sir, a very important condition. Second, which liability it has? What succession? Capacity to sue, capacity to be sued. Can it have common seal? Okay, artificial person created by law. All these features are there. I want to ask you one single question. These are the features of whom? Company. What is a company? Company means a company incorporated under Companies Act. One second. Roko ek baar. Company means a company. Stop there. Company means a company. Company means a company. Company means a company incorporated. That means when you incorporate, then only I call it as a company. What is the chapter we are reading? Now hold it. So company will be called as a company only when it is incorporated. That means you will get the status of perpetual succession, limited liabilities, capacity to sue, all these things only for a company, incorporated company. That's section number 9. 9 is telling that when you get registered, then only you will get the status of a company. Whatever features you are seeing now, those are all derived from section number 9. You read section 9, nothing will be there except explaining the features of a company. Take a minute time, read it and complete fast. Don't expect that question to come in exam. Foundation also they will not ask. Just it's an explanatory question here. Sir, read. Please read section 9. From the date of incorporation mentioned in the certificate of incorporation. If you remember, certificate of incorporation is the date of birth of whom? Such subscribers to memorandum and all other persons. I told this point. Whenever company is yet to be incorporated, persons who will sign are called as company incorporated. They will be called as, they will buy the shares in 180 days. They are called as. So there is a 3 stages in the life of a subscriber. I told you this at the beginning. Number 1 stage, STM stage. Number 2 stage, member stage. Number 3 stage, shareholder stage. He is telling there, subscribers and all other persons as from the time become the members of the company. Tell me, I will make a statement, you give an answer. Did I explain what is a body corporate? Beginning classes. If you don't attend beginning classes, I can't do anything. But body corporate, did I explain or not? What I explained? Sorry. So many people didn't attend the class, it seems, because in majority of faces, cloud is there. Black cloud. Let us read properly. Hey, listen here. What is the concept of body corporate? Let's see. Body corporate has 2 words, a body and a corporate nature. Listen. Body represents an artificial person. Plus corporate features plus incorporated under Companies Act equal to company. I repeat, there is an artificial body in having corporate features. Features of corporate nature mean limited liability, perpetual succession, share capital, transfer of share, transferability of shares, perpetual succession, contract in its own name, capacity to sue and to be sued, separate legal existence, artificial legal person. All these are called as which features? Everyone. Now everyone tell me. There is a having incorporated under, we call it as a one last time. There is a, everyone not answering, there is a having incorporated under, we call it as Now tell me. There is a having incorporated under any act, not in Companies Act, any act. Okay. We call it as, one second. ये क्या है? ये क्या है? Merge both of them, body corporate. Everyone understood the point clearly here? So it is called as a what corporate? A body corporate. Sir, I will give examples for those who didn't understand. Any act he said. Which act? It can also include Companies Act. I said any act. That can also be. That can also be Foreign Companies Act. I said any act. It can be any act. Any act means in the world, whatever the law is there to incorporate companies, anything will come. Though foreign companies will be called as a body corporates. Clear, everyone? Now tell me, there is a having a incorporated under. I will ask you a question, you should answer. SBI. Why? It is a body having corporate features incorporated under SBI Act. Tell me about the nature of TCS. It is a company or body corporate? Both. It is both. That means every body corporate is a company or every company is a body corporate. Which is the correct answer? I told you, na? Group talents are great. Mix. So now tell me, every company is a body corporate, every body corporate is a company. First, one second. I know your creativity. A, every company is a body corporate. B, every body corporate is a company. Which is correct? A correct or wrong? So therefore, A is correct because every company is a, but every body corporate need not be. So please make the statement for one last time. When you will be called as a company, before incorporation, after? That means once you get incorporated as a company, okay, you will be called as a body corporate. That's what you want to tell here. 9th section, let's see. Shall be a body corporate by the name contained in MOA. So every company shall be a body corporate. This is the meaning. Understood the point, everyone in the class? Next. Capable of exercising all the functions of incorporated company under this act, it will have the features like, what are the features? Perpetual succession, power to acquire, hold and dispose property, whether movable, immovable, capacity to sue and to be sued by the said name. That's all. Nothing great. This is all about section number 9. Just give a minute reading. We go to the next one. Okay, na? Completed, everyone? Done. So we completed section number 9. Please come to section 10A. So 10 completed or not completed? 10 already we completed. Major case we read in section 10 only. Effect of articles and memorandum. Okay. Now we are going to read 10A. 10 capital A. So let's read. What is the topic? Can you please explain me? Please sir, 1 second. Please listen. I have to tell one background point behind this. Because this is one of the most practical section we see in a general life once you become a CA. Please listen carefully. Let me explain the logic of the section. Point number 1. I will become member of a company on incorporation, but I don't become shareholder. I become only member. Now tell me, membership is required to start the business, sir? Or share capital is required to start business, sir? Share capital is required. You can start a company with a membership, but to run the business, what is required? Capital is required. Are you understanding or not? To start it, you require some capital. Clear, everyone? So therefore, to become the owner of a bike, you need not have fuel into that. Registration is enough. But to start and run the vehicle, fuel is required. That fuel is capital. Everyone understood the point? To buy a bike, to buy a vehicle, you don't require fuel. Nowhere in the registration document whether fuel is there or not, he will ask. But without fuel, vehicle is useless. In the company, what is the fuel? Share capital. Unless and until you put money, why it will move? So therefore, maybe fuel is not required at the time I buy the car. But eventually it is required to run the car or not. If I am a nice person, my car don't run without a petrol. Are you understanding or not? That's an artificial person. It don't know about anything. You put petrol, I will move. If there is no fuel, I will not move. As simple as that. Company also same. You put the capital, do top-up recharge regularly, I will move. If you stop putting top-up recharge, I will stop. Sir, now listen carefully. Sir, listen. The point is, whenever company gets incorporated, subscribers to the memorandum will become the members. Later when they subscribe to the shares, they will become shareholders. I will ask you a question, how many shares they have to subscribe? Any number of shares, 10 shares, 1 share, 85 shares, 1 lakh shares. In the capital clause of memorandum, I told you very clearly on that day. Capital clause of memorandum will contain the name, serial number, name, PAN number, number of shares promised to subscribe, agree to subscribe, per share value and the total value. Did you remember or not? Who promised that? Now tell me, incorporation done, STM becomes shareholder, STM become member. That means these members have already subscribed the shares, yet to subscribe. Answer. They made a promise that they will subscribe, but they didn't subscribe actually. That means capital on the liability side is there or not there? No. Then how can you commence your business? How can you commence your business? Read the heading of the section. That's why this ones have came. You can't start your vehicle till some capital is injected. So therefore, what is the time for injecting that capital? That's what we are going to learn here. Everyone understood the point? Point is, sir, why government, sir? I will put capital whenever I want. Who the hell the government is to order me top-up recharge within these many days, top-up recharge within that many days? Who the hell are you to tell me? A question will arise. In India, we have a loose tongue. First point, we will ask all questions on the government directly, but government should not ask anything on us. So, first point is, law, everything will be written only with some logic. Without having a logic, law will not be drafted. Point number 1. The question is, we will immediately pose a question again as the government. Government, it is my company, it is my money, it is my funeral. I will do whenever I want. Who the hell are you to tell me, give money within these many days? Am I indebted to you? Like that we will ask rubbish questions on government without understanding the real intricacies of the sections. Shall I tell you the real point? Most of the idle companies, not ideal companies. Most of the idle companies. Which companies? Idle companies. What are the idle companies? Idle companies means companies which are active or inactive. Also called as a dormant companies are very, 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 very dangerous in India for 2 reasons. Number 1, they don't generate GDP. They don't generate. From the GDP point of view, they will not generate any GDP. Sorry, I will ask you a basic question, mathematical and economic question. Nothing great, nothing huge. Very easy. Numerator, there is 1 crore rupee. Okay, na? Divided by number of persons you have to divide. Say for example, if the denominator is increasing without increase in numerator, percentage will increase or decrease? Answer, sir. 1 crore by 10,000, 1 crore by 10,500. Percentage, which will be more? 10,000 will be more. Am I clear or not? Now tell me, total revenue generated by companies during the year in India, numerator, divided by number of companies I have written. Clear? I have written 13 lakhs. In that 5 are dormant. Now tell me, but when I take number of companies, I should take 13 lakhs. So 13 lakh I will divide. What will happen now? Amount of percentage will reduce. I mean per company GDP will reduce or will increase. If I delete 5 lakh, that's all. That's one of the reason. When you are not even in the market, when you are not generating any GDP, but in the count you will come. Because we will calculate gross. We don't calculate net. We take a gross. Gross means what? Everything should be included into that. That's a problem. Worldwide projections will be made only on GDP, not on NNP. Clear everyone? Sorry, okay, done. That's problem number one. That's a small problem actually. Projection percentage may be low. That doesn't affect the country. Second reason is there. You will not start a business, but you will start what? Company. For what? To help persons like Dinsha Manikji Petit. If you remember in your CA foundation, we have heard one case law in the beginning chapter. He will start 4 private limited companies. Those private limited companies don't have any business other than taking the investments of Dinsha. That investments will generate dividend and interest income. To escape the taxes, that dividend income and interest income will be transferred to him in the form of a pretended loan. Have you remembered or not? Yes, same thing will happen. Ideally, they will put the company, nothing they will do. Some persons they will help in money laundering, conversion of black money to white money. Further, there should be some channel to convert or not. They will use these idle companies as a channel. Will Reliance company do any kind of black money transactions or not? Reliance company will do or will not do? Listen, every company will do. Okay, every company will do. There is no choice for them. But openly they don't do. Like others you do. For example, you went to a shop, you purchase a Casio calculator. He will not even give a bill. He will tell that it is 800. If you ask a bill means it will be more. Or he will not give you a bill. That means when the bill is not generated, that's a black money accounted, not accounted into the books of accounts. That means purchase is not accounted in his books. So sale also he will not record. Hope you can understand the point. Because there is a market called as a second-hand market, also called as a smuggled market. India, one of the biggest market, secondary market, which is called as a smuggled market. It is a parallel market with the official one. There are 2 biggest businesses in parallel economy. One is a toys. None of the toys you find in India are original. Whatever the kids are playing, everything is smuggled and imported from Malaysia or Singapore or from any other places like China. Second one, medicine. Medicine is 100% smuggled in India. So happily they will smuggle. They will smuggle from other countries, neighbor countries, so they will manufacture, they will dump in India. Labeling, everything will be done as if the manufacture is made within India. But really it will not be made. Those manufactories are not there in India. So they will manufacture and they will dump in India. Smuggling is done in 2 ways. These are the first one and that is the second one. So okay, we are not to discuss about all those things. But still, whenever there is an idle company, idle companies will help persons to do money laundering. Money laundering we'll see in CA final. There I will explain in the beginning of the lecture how to convert 20 crores black money into white money without getting caught by the government of India and subjected to the provisions of income tax. How can you do all those things? But I mean to say one thing. Idle companies, they will do all these things. Reliance Industries Limited, Reliance Petroleum, Reliance Jio, those companies don't do any kind of black money transaction because their reputation will get damaged. So I will do all those things through which company? Idle companies. Therefore, government don't want idle companies. Though it is your headache, though it is your money, though it is your funeral, government of India is very specific about that. What they said is, you started a company with an intention to do the business and generate GDP or not. Why you are not starting your business for 180 days? 180 days is not a short time. Half year time I am giving after incorporation. Are you understanding or not? Sir, tell me, I can't start my business within 180 days. Apply for dormant status. Then I will leave you. You are not applying for dormant status. You are not starting the business. Means you are having some wrong intention in mind. Whenever a company is started, membership is received by STM, awaiting for the subscription to the shares, but the shares are not yet subscribed. Within how many days? 180 days from the incorporation date. Then the company will be wound up. Hope you can understand. That wind up concept is not called as winding up. We call that as a strike off. What it is called as, everyone? Everyone? It will lead to a strike off of company. Section number 248 to 252, CA final. So consequences of strike off we see in CA final. But concept is called as a strike off. Company name will be struck off from the register of companies. That means your company will not be found anywhere in the MCA website if any person searches for it. SIN number will be given to your company. Yeah? I will type SIN number. SIN number, if you type master data, clearly they will go, this company has been struck off from the register due to non-commencement of business. Clearly it will be visible on MCA website. Hope you can understand the concept. So summarize everything and tell me, on incorporation of company, dash become dash. This is not the way. First one, subscribers to the memorandum will become. But member has to become. To commence the business, to push the company to its limits, we need that capital has to be subscribed and commencement of business should start within. I couldn't start. What to do? Apply for dormant. You didn't apply for dormant. You are not even commencing the business. What is this? So therefore I will go for a strike off. Everyone understood the point? But one last issue before we close. See here. ROC forms are of two types. One is approval forms. Another one is a direct forms. Sir, I will give you an example. Previously, there used to be a similar section like this called as section number 11. Section number? Everyone, section number 11. 11. Section 11 is there. Once upon a time. It was deleted in 2018. And they brought out in the year 2018 and almost in 2019 a concept called as commencement of business, section number 10A. Capital A. 10 capital A. Every chartered accountant got a doubt at that time. Why 11 is deleted and they inserted section 10A? Yes or no? Why they would have deleted same content again? Essentially same. Clear or not? Previously, workload on the department is very high. Example I will tell you. Previously, we call it as a COB, Certificate of Commencement of Business, or CCOB. What is CCOB? Certificate of, everyone in the class answer. What is CCOB? Certificate of Commencement of Business. Certificate should be given by whom? Answer. Previously, same section is there with a different number. Number is 11. 11 deleted now. You can see in Bear Act also. 11 is deleted. It is there. Section is there today. No, 11. Omitted. It was written. It was deleted. Why deleted? Deleted for this good reason. Previously, the concept is certificate of commencement of business. Means what? Every company shall file, listening, every company shall file with ROC, a document along with the proof. Do you know what is the proof? You have to attach the bank statement of the company, and the credit of 1 lakh should come from both the shareholders in case of private. I will tell you, whenever you deposit money in the bank passbook, BRS question, in the bank passbook, whenever you deposit money, passbook la credit or debit? Answer. Credit. Tell me now, company's bank passbook la, whenever you subscribe to the capital, it is a debit or credit? Company's bank account in the passbook, credit or debit? Kada? Now answer. There are 7 subscribers. Each subscriber said that I will give 10,000 shares worth 10 rupees 1 lakh. Means within 180 days, how much credit I should see? Answer. 7 lakh from any person, 7 lakh from the promised subscribers. Yes, that's what we have to do. Previously, we have to attach bank statement, show that 7 lakhs has been received by the company. Clear? Money is top up recharge, na? That's all. ROC will check that. ROC will go for verification again, whether really that person has paid or not. Through income tax department, they used to channelize everything. And then ROC used to give certificate of commencement of business. But this procedure will take some time or not, this verifications, everything. Therefore, law once upon a time said that once you apply these documents, everything, within 30 days, ROC shall issue a certificate of commencement of business. Clear, everyone? Yes, now started the real story. 2018, the government of India announced ease of doing the business. Ain't doing the business? Are answer yaar? Ease of doing the business means conducting the business operation should be more easy than before. Every person asked the government of India at the time, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, especially they asked Nirmala Sitharaman ma'am directly. Entrepreneurs meet la, she was whitewashed totally. What they asked, are you are telling that there is a ease of doing the business. Where is ease of doing business here? You will think that all companies will be cheaters. Not like you. They will not do like that always. All business houses will not start only to cheat public. We have to do business. I will start a company with the 2 subscribers or 7 subscribers. So I will start a company. Once I start a company, I become member. After becoming a member, within 1 day we will buy the shares, because our intention is not to sit idle. Clear, everyone? 1 day we will start operations. We will subscribe to entire capital. We will open a bank account. Everything we will do. And moreover, the funniest part is, today, Spice Plus formula is at Agile. Agile formula bank account is also there. Bank account also will come along with that. SBI only affiliated bank. All companies, when they get incorporated, bank account also government only will give. What the government can do? Are you understanding or not? Beyond this, what ease of doing the business? No country has done that till now. Bank account along with incorporation means how much manpower is required for that. So government has affiliation with the State Bank of India, Delhi. So directly they are giving bank account to the company. Everything I am doing, all this happens in 1 day. Today you apply, tomorrow you will get certificate of incorporation, DIN to the directors, SIN to the company, bank account to the company, GST registration, PF registration, ESA registration, insurance registration, all registrations, everything in 1 day. That's happening only in India. So because of ease of doing business concept. But she was questioned by most of the business houses in the year 2018. They questioned, you said ease of doing business. We started company very recently. Our intention is to start the business immediately. We applied for company registration. You given in 1 day. We appreciate. We want to start the business. We applied for the bank account. Immediately it also came. We dumped capital. We want to start business. You are asking me to file a document to you. You will go for verification again, whether I deposited or not. Clear or not? After that 30 days, you will give certificate. 30 days, what I should do? I should bite nails. Did you understand the point or not? 30 days, what I should? I should bite nails, sitting at home without doing anything, putting company idle. Why I should waste my time? Sir, I will ask you one question. You took online classes. Say for example, okay, once you buy the online classes, serial key will be generated. Or when you play a video has to play immediately. They said that you take serial key will be generated 10 months after, 30 days after, means who will wait? Video may come on 1 day after, but serial key should be generated first. You should have some initiation on that. So therefore the logic is very clear. No one will sit idle. If your real genuine case is there, no one will sit idle. Therefore, why you are asking me to sit idle for 30 days? 28th day, 29th day, you will issue. Then what I have to do? And moreover, for 29 days, the capital, whatever I have given is sitting idle in the bank account or not. Government, you pay interest to me, they are asking like this. When you question us on 1 rupee, why can't we question on you? Then government also understood. It's a genuine question they are asking. They're not asking any other thing. It's a genuine cause. Really, why should we stop them? Then government has got a sparking idea. That's called as declaration of commencement of business. So first they said delete section number 11 from the Companies Act. That bloody section has made insult. Delete that first. Delete what to do? Insert another section called as a 10 capital A. They inserted. Do you know what is the idea today? Declaration of commencement of business means what? Same procedure. You dump whatever the promised capital. Clear? Take a form, fill it, form INC 20. You take the form, fill the form, file it with the ROC. That's all. Next second you can do the business. It's a declaration. You are declaring. You are not asking certificate from him. Are you understanding the point or not? You file declaration. One challan will get generated. Yes, your form has been successfully filed with the MCA. Very next moment, your bank account will get opened. Your company can start its operation. That means you don't need any certificate today to commence the business. When to start the business? On your own self-declaration you will start. Clear or not, everyone? Form filing will take 1 minute exactly. Nothing will be there in the form. They will ask only 2 questions. Do you have a registered office? Tick. How much capital is there? 5 lakh or 10 lakh you will write. Number of shares subscribed you will write. Lastly, attachment number 1. Attachment number 1 is a bank statement. Click. Pre-scrutinize the form. Check the form. Upload. Filling the form 1 minute. Filing the form another 1 minute. 2 minutes you can start the business. Now tell me, ease not a ease of doing business. Hats off to the government of India. So, for doing such a great initiative of ease of doing business, when someone make a comment on them, immediately they reacted on that. They immediately make a counter action on that. Immediately they proposed a concept called a delete Companies Act section number 11 and reinsert a section called as section number 10A. So 10A we are going to discuss about certificate of commencement, declaration of commencement. Who will declare? Company subscribers will declare. ROC involvement is 0. Everyone understood the concept? Workload on department reduced. Timing for the client side also it is reduced. Everyone is happy. That's the ease of doing the business. So everyone understood the logic behind this section. Now let's read and complete of a company. After the Companies Amendment Act 2019, that's why amendment came. Having a share capital shall not commence any business or exercise any borrowing powers. Stop there. Stop there. You may ask a silly question. Sir, you said that without money you can't start business. Why my money? I will take loan from bank then. That doubt also you might have come. First 30 days or 20 days or so many number of days. Capital need not be there. So then for 20 days you take a loan from bank. You can't take the loan also until and unless you file declaration of commencement of business. So therefore, unless, please read, unless you can't start business, you can't access borrowing powers unless declaration is filed by a director within a period of 180 days of the date of incorporation of the company in such form and verified in such manner as may be prescribed. If you remember in the form, verify form is there, na? That's called as verified. And the CA also has to verify that everything is correct or not. Bank statement you check, really subscribers names are there or not. Previously who used to check all these things? ROC. Now CA has to check with the registrar that every subscriber, what you need to give a declaration, please read, not reading everyone, again going into different world, come back, that every subscriber to the memorandum has paid, has promised to pay or has paid? Why not promised? Already promised long back, for that only you are discharging the promise. Has paid the value of the shares agreed to be taken by him on the date of making such a declaration. So everyone now interlinking all the concepts you learned. Understood the bare content clearly, everyone? Then B. the company has filed with the registrar, a verification of registrar is provided under subsection 2 of section 12. I said this point also now. He will ask only 2 points. Whether you have a register office, tick. Bank account, money deposit, tick. That's all. Company gets incorporated. You can start your business. Clear everyone in the class? If you remember, I discussed about verification of registered office in the basic sessions. 30 days, but 2 things you have to do. I said so many times on that day. In the first 30 days of incorporation, 2 things you have to do. Number 1, establish a RO. Next, file a verification of RO within first 30 days of incorporation. Do you remember or not? Same thing. Verify that. Next one, I will discuss or will not discuss, or you should only tell. I will not waste my time. What is there inside? That's all. Refer penalty. Okay. Now, answer. Penalty is okay, but along with the penalty, if you don't file declaration of commencement of business, what I will do to your company? If you don't file, directors punished, penalty, okay. I'm not talking about that. What happens to the status of company? You are not applying for dormant status. You are not continuing the business. What I have to do? Strike off. Strike off is also called as a removal of name. Everyone, removal of name. If you don't, please, if you don't file DCOB within, everyone not answering. If you don't file DC, what is DCOB? Declaration of commencement of business within of the date of its incorporation, then I will strike off. Means what I will do? Remove your name from the register of companies. Everyone understood the logic? That's what the next one. Where no declaration has been filed with the register under clause of subsection 1 within how many days? 180 days of the date of incorporation of the company, and the registrar has a reasonable cause to believe that company is not carrying on any business or operation, he may, with or without the prejudice to the provisions of subsection 2, initiate action for removal of name of the company. Hope you understood the concept clearly, everyone in the class. Next. So the point is, summarize everything. 1 minute let us answer everything. See the chart. Effect of registration. For my sake, everyone, please read. What is the effects of incorporation? Effects of registration. From the date of issue of COI, STM shall be members, company shall be body corporate, capacity to hold its properties, capacity to contract, capacity to sue, capacity to be sued, perpetual succession. These are all the features of what? Company, body corporate. But these all will come upon registration or before registration? Very good. Next, after that, declaration of commencement of business, section number 10A. Please read. First one, company shall file with ROC declaration of commencement of business within 180 days of incorporation, declaring that STM have subscribed agreed amount. Like this you have to write in exam all the points. Then he will check and he will tick off all the points and he will give the 2 marks or 1 mark or whatever is allotted to that. So write in point-wise format such that he can easily understand. Are you understanding or not? I said from the beginning the same thing, now also I am telling the same. Bare Act, what is there, everything will be there in the charts material. I am not removing any line, any point which is important for exams. But in a easy format I am trying to make it. So anyway, see there, company shall file with certificate or declaration. Within how many days? Off from off. You can see the Bare Act also. Okay. What we have to file? Declaration that STM have promised to subscribe. Subscribed. Over. I didn't do that. What will happen? First tell me. Cannot be the commencement of business. Second one, cannot exercise the borrowing powers. Next, company name may be removed from the register of members under chapter 18. And last one, penalty as per the section, refer the penalty chart. As simple as that. This is the completion of section number 10A. We completed another section also, but this section can be asked as a MCQ. They may not ask as a 3 marks, 4 marks question. MCQ, every chance is there, this can come. Days they can ask, penalty they can ask, and consequences, what to removal can happen, that they can ask. Anything they can ask in exam. As a MCQ it can come. Okay. Last. So we have now completed What we have completed, sir? Section number 9, 10A. Punishment for fraud in incorporation. Come to section number 7. 7 subsection number 5, 6 and 7. If you remember, I left those. I said I will discuss at the last. It is also linked to section 4. Both the concepts will have a same point. So let's read once. Sir, everyone please show some concentration, important for exams. Multiple times it was tested in examination. So show some importance, mark them important. Section number 7, subsection 5, 6 and 7. First we will read. Next I will give time for you to read. Later we go into the analysis. Please, no noise, important. Let's start. If a person, I'm very sorry to interrupt you, but tell me, I want to incorporate company. Can you please explain me the steps, summary? It's chapter A, procedure, I said hundreds of times. Tell me, what is the procedure to, I came to here, I'm your client, I asked you, sir, I want incorporation. What you will tell? First one, you have to make the spice plus form. Okay, spice plus form. Next, attachments, tell me what attachment? MOA, AOA. No, I'm asking detail of section 7. MOA, AOA subscribe with duly signed by the subscribers to the memorandum. Address for correspondence till the RO is established. Personal details of the subscribers to the memorandum, name, surname, everything like that. Personal details of the directors, including DIN, consent. That's all. 3 things you will give. Over. After 4 things we completed. Next one, declarations are 2. Number 1, self-declaration. Number 2, professional declaration. All these we will make a bundle and we will throw to ROC. If he is satisfied, he will give a certificate of incorporation. In that one number will come. Corporate identity number. It is a unique identification number for companies in India. Up to here, everyone remember? Up to there only, I also discussed in class. If you have submitted wrong information of your name, surname, etc., you morphed the Aadhaar cards. Possible or not in India? Happily you can do. So you are doing the morphing of Aadhaar card, or you are doing the morphing of residential addresses, or you gave self-declaration which is false. You are convicted of an offense 2 years back, but you said that I am not convicted in any of the 5 years. Any kind of false information has been given. Everyone repeat, any kind of information has been given with an intention to do the fraud and get a fraudulent incorporation. You concealed information or given a wrong and false and fraudulent information at the time of incorporation. Now, 2 situations will occur. Number 1, company, listening everyone, what will be the punishment on the company and what will be the punishment on the person who gave a wrong information is the point now. Very, very important for examination. Section number 7.5, 7.6, 7.7. Let us read the bare act. Understood the logic of the section of first? Tell me, we incorporated company with correct manipulation? True or false? Intention to commit what? Let's read now. If any person furnishes any false or incorrect particulars of any information or suppresses any material information of which he is aware in any of the documents filed with the registrar in relation to the registration of a company, he shall be liable for action under section 447. What is 447, sir? Fraud. Sorry, read once. Okay? Everyone understood? First. Subsection 5, everyone understood? What you understand? I will ask 10 selected students now. What they understood, they should tell. Okay? Anyone? First, number 1, you take a voluntary action. Remaining, I will select. You will tell me. One word will tell. Don't tell story. You don't have that much time. Tell. Next. Any other answer? Yes. Okay, next. Understood. Next. Okay. Done. Next, I want interpretation. Don't translate again to me. Okay? And with the due respect, I am very happy that you are answering, but still, observe point properly. Why I am asking this question to you? Next. If some point is not there, I don't ask you. Keep it in mind, first point. Next. Anyone? Not there? Yes. Okay. Next. Sir, I will only give the answer. Point number 1. In that case, company is not yet incorporated. Without getting incorporated, you are caught. Are you understanding the point or not? You filed false information, even how idiot you are, in doing wrong also you have done wrong. Company is not incorporated, you are caught. Hope you can understand the point clearly, yeah? Sir, if it comes to knowledge after incorporation, that's why subsection 6 came. Where at any time after the incorporation. So, if you observe, please listen. If you observe, he used the word any person. Any? How beautifully lawmaker will write with so much intention. If any person, he said, means company incorporated, not it. Then who the hell are you with the company? Entity and not formed means what relation you will get with it? Therefore, you can't tell I am a member because you stopped your relation at STMA. You can't tell you are a director because company are not yet incorporated. Are you understanding or not? If company gets incorporated, you will get the status of promoter, you will get the status of directors, you will get the status of person making declaration, you will get the status. Because company is there, you can use the word of the company. I am a promoter of the company. I am a STM of the company. I am a member of the company. Company are not there. I am a member of dash. Now do you understand the point clearly? So that's what I want to make you to observe. So I don't want to tell that fraud information is there, false information. Everyone can understand that by reading this. Which normal I can't understand, eagle can only understand. That's why chartered accountant logo is what? Eagle. So you see that I don't want you to translate again into a easy English. If I ask you a question, some interpretation point must be there inside. Sir, anyway, everyone understood the concept clearly, yeah? First, subsection 5 is talking about company already incorporated, not yet incorporated. And your false statements has come true. And we have caught you, and that's the point of subsection number 5. Hope everyone understood. Now tell me, any person who furnished that false information or fraudulent information, knowing it to be false, that person will be liable under section 447. First subsection 5, understood? Come to subsection 6 slowly. Start. Without prejudice to provisions of subsection number 5, where at any time after the incorporation of a company, it is proved that company has been got incorporated by furnishing any false or incorrect information or representation, or by suppressing any material fact or information in any of the documents or declaration filed or made for incorporating such company or by any fraudulent action, the promoters, stop there, the promoters of what? Company. Because what is there? Company is there. The promoters of the company or the persons named as first directors of the company or persons making declaration. Tell me who are the persons giving declaration? Everyone. STM, CA, CMA, CS, advocates, all these people will give what? Declaration. Everyone. Chalo Cherlapalli jail. Because everyone is caught. Everyone will be liable. Whoever make declaration, chalo Cherlapalli jail. Liable under section number 447. Everyone understood the point or not? Please read it. I have one question. Read properly. I have a question on this. Completed? Now answer my question. First point number 1. Before incorporation of company, what section will get attracted? Subsection number 5 of section number 7. Okay. Next, after incorporation, what will get attracted? Answer, sir. 5 and 6. That's what the question. Without prejudice to the 5 means don't damage 5. If some persons are caught before incorporation, 5 will get attracted for them. If some of the members were caught after getting incorporated, 6 will get attracted. Clear or not, everyone? Before incorporation, some persons were caught. I removed them and I incorporated company first. Clear? Later getting incorporated, we came to know that promoters also have been involved into this. Then which one will get attracted? 6. For them, 5. For after incorporation persons, what will get attracted? 6. In both the cases, you have given correct information or false? Correct or incorrect? Disclosure or suppression of what? Material facts at the time of filing the documents. In such case, company got incorporated or not at already incorporated. Now tell me what happens to the promoters, directors, persons giving declaration. What is the liability for them? Liable under section number 447. What is 447? One last point before we close. The last point is, sorry, before incorporation 447, after incorporation 447. 447 is what? Fraud. Fraud la punishment is there, imprisonment is there. They incorporated a company with a correct motive or fraudulent motive? With a correct information or false information? Correct information or incorrect? Disclosure or suppression? Then that company is also a bad company or not? You put them in jail over. But what about that company? On the company, I can take 5 actions. Any of the 5. Level after level. See there. What are the actions I can take? Without prejudice to the provisions of 6 means fraud 447 plus this one will get attracted. Continue. Continue. Where a company has been got incorporated by furnishing any false or incorrect information, representation or suppression of material fact, everything is same, sir. On an application made to it, on being satisfied that situation so warrant, mainly for the exam, you have to remember these 5. Read. First one. Pass such orders as it may think fit for regulation of management of the company, including the changes, if any, in its MOA and AOA in public interest or in the interest of the company and its members and creditors. Simply, tribunal will take over the management of the company. Number one. Simply, this is called as, in a simple words, takeover of management. What it is called as? Takeover of management. Who will take? Tribunal. Court will take care of the management. First one. Second, punishment should be given to the members also or not? Along with 447, I make your liability unlimited. Means they are personally liable or not personally liable? Personal. Generally in companies, liability will be always limited. Limited to the extent of amount unpaid on shares. But if you do fraud while incorporation, court will convert your liability to what? Unlimited. Means what? For all the debts of company, you will become personally liable. To be very clear on this, you have to understand that the separate legal existence has been lifted off corporate wheel. You and company are one and the same. That's why you are personally liable for the debts of company. This is a classic example of lifting of corporate wheel. Everyone understood the point clearly? Yeah? Foundation, you read lifting of corporate. This is the legal provisions of lifting of corporate wheel. Write down somewhere else. Lifting of, sorry. I have to write above. Now what is the concept? Lifting of corporate wheel. Because of that reason, company liability and your liability will be same. Clear? Next. Direct removal of name of company. Already we read this like this or not? Removal. Or pass an order for winding up of company or any other order. That's all. Up to here only you have to read, sir. Point E. First point number one, everyone tell me. Understood 7, 5, 7, 6 and 7, 7? I want your summary to be said. Everyone tell me. Point number one. Whenever the company has been incorporated by furnishing a false information or incorrect information or by representation or by suppression of material facts, what will happen? Tell me. After incorporation, what will happen? Number one, promoters, first directors, persons making declaration will be liable under section number. Along with that, what can happen to the company? There can be how many steps? 5. Number one, takeover of management by the tribunal. Number one. Number two, conversion of members' liability to unlimited. Or next one, removal of name or winding up or any other order. That's all. This is what's in section number 7. With this, 7 also fully completed. All the pending gaps we are filling and completing the chapter. So 7 also over. You can come back to the chart once. You can read this now. Punishment for fraud in the incorporation. Situation 1. When attracted. Please read. If false information or suppression of material information is furnished during incorporation intentionally. Notice to the authority. Before incorporation it happens. Who is liable? Any person who furnished false. What is the liability? 447. Beautifully explained. Over. Next. Situation 2. When attracted, if a false information is furnished during incorporation, but it came to the notice after incorporation. During incorporation you submitted false, but I came to know before or after? After. I think you can understand the difference now. Both are given during incorporation, but one came to notice before incorporation, one came to notice after incorporation. This is a point. Next, what is the liability? 440. That is same. I don't want to explain that more. But along with that, who is also liable? Promoter, first director and persons making the declarations. Those people also will become liable. These are the main points you need to understand for the purpose of exam. Remaining 5 points are optional points. Those 5. 7 subsections, sir. That is only an option for you. If you want to remember, you can. Generally in exam, he will ask only 5 and 6. Remaining are only general actions. Now we have completed section number 7 as well. We completed. Let me come to the chart material, the beginning page. You should only tell me, had we completed the basics, everything? Yes. Basics over clauses of memorandum, over formation, over analysis of memorandum, analysis on articles, analysis on name clause, situation, objects and all other clauses. Alteration of articles, Objects class sentence, everything over. Conversion of public to private completed. Doctrine of constructive notice. Indoor. Ultra. Memorandum articles, the case. Effect of MOA and AOA. Incorporation related sections, you should tell me. Incorporation section number 7. Section number, rule number 3. Section 8. OPC concept, sir. Rule number 3 means completed. Next, declaration of commencement of business, section number 10A. Next, effect of registration, section number 9. What is the only thing available? There will be 5 sections in miscellaneous, small sections. Once we complete, we will be done with this particular chapter. In that miscellaneous 5 topics, one topic already we completed. That's the section number 6. Articles and memorandum can't override the act. I told you example also on that day. Save as otherwise provided. Additional director example I shown you on that day. Generally articles can't override act, but clearly in the act they said subject to articles, if you have to apply, then articles can override the act. Hope everyone understood the concept. We are done with this. Last one. Subsidiary not to hold the shares in its holding company. This is one section, section number 19. This was asked 3 times in exam. Recent attempts also. If I am not wrong, not immediate previous, the previous attempt they asked a question from section 19. Very important section for the exams. So next after that, we have another 3 sections. Service of documents, authentication of documents, execution of bills of exchange. This chart. All these 3 things we will take up in the next session. We will complete off. Then we are going to start with a new chapter in our syllabus called as prospectus and share capital. The most important chapter. Both will come for 21 marks in exam. Okay. We'll start with that. So thank you very much. Tomorrow's session we'll meet. And moreover, there is a 31st. Don't expect anything. Listen. 31st full day law class. From morning till evening. Okay, we will have party, we will enjoy. So 31st, so class will be there to some extent. So 31st we will have fun. Don't miss the class, because on the day we will have so many sections also. Okay. Thank you very much.